Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the coach's office. Back in our home base this week. DJ Greg the Hammer right here.
Coach Trog in the building.
Coach Harvey's.
And we got a special guest this week. You know, the past few weeks we've had coaches on discussing various topics. So this week we're going to have a recruiting guy on. So guys, please introduce yourself.
How you doing? This is Coach GUGS, Jason Guglielmone with DMV Recruiting.
Background, people going.
Well, what we're focused on helping the middle schoolers and the young guys at high school to become better recruits for these scouts and for these other recruiters that are looking to boost them up. So we're looking to make people better at no cost to them. So trying to work it to where these kids have better grades, better character, and better work ethic, and get to school and be successful.
You have any prior coaching experience or anything?
I've coached ball since I was like 19 years old. I'm 37 now, and I've coached high school youth and helped kids get into college themselves. Just I want to do things at a bigger scale and help as many kids as possible.
Let's spin back real quick. You said DMV recruiting, and then a couple words after that you said free.
Yes, sir.
Is that like, is that irony right there? Normally when we talk recruiting services, we think fee,
Exactly.
not free.
Yeah, exactly.
Fee.
Exactly.
So I like that word free, Coach Lewis.
See, everything online that I have, all the information is there for free. The profile is free. The information on how to write an email to coaches is free. The information on how to call the coaches is free. How to set up your profile, how to set up your Twitter, how to set up everything that you need to recruit yourself is free. If you want me to write emails for you, if you want me to call coaches for you, if you want that, I'm going to charge you. If you want to be lazy, I'll charge you. But what I want is I want you to do the hustle. I want you to grind it out. If you want it, if you want that D1 ride, that D2 ride, or if you want to get to the D3 where they will make a financial package for you, you need to work those 2 full-time jobs, meaning student and athlete, and get to it. If you don't, then you can pay one of those services to do that.
Well, let me just do this on the air. Coach Lewis, you just messed up our whole damn agenda. I thought I was going to come over here and debate what recruiting services was. Because, we always talk about our recruiting services needed in the recruiting part of the game.
Right.
And I'm liking what I'm hearing from Coach Lewis. I mean, because, at our school, and most of the schools we deal with, we anti-recruiting services just because it just costs the kids, and sometimes our kids not in a position to pay that fee. And I think sometimes the services just take advantage of the ignorance of the parents and the players, and just they hit them with that fee, and I just think it's unfair. But it's like a breath of fresh air. We hear recruiting services and we hear free. So shout out to you, Coach Ruth.
I appreciate that. Well, the thing that you see with a lot of schools is you see a lot of talented schools where they have that I don't want to say intern, but that coach that really handles the recruiting side of it. I like working with those guys. I'm not too worried about taking pictures with the kids and taking pictures with the head coaches and all that jazz. I'm looking for just helping the kids. I want the kids to take a picture with themselves, with their new coach at college, and be proud that they are the ones who got themselves in there, meaning the good grades, the good work ethic, the good character, where they sold themselves to the coaches. You won't ever see me taking pictures with a recruit that got to such and such school saying, hey, look where I took this kid. Even if you pay those services, you're going to be the one doing the work. So you might as well do it free.
So now you're in the lane of recruiting. How does the for-profit recruiting services look at DMV recruiting?
I got to tell you, I don't really associate myself
mails,
No, I haven't gotten anything from them. Actually, I I've tried to hook up with some of them just to let them know if they have kids that from the DMV and they're posting stuff like that. I have no problem retweeting that stuff and putting it out to whoever's following me. I've only started the whole Twitter game since December. I already have well over 1,000 followers now. Not everybody's a coach and what have you. I have a lot of athletes and I have other people that are just curious. But what I'm trying to do is just give these kids as much exposure as possible. But again, our real focus is to get kids ready for even just the high school realm, because these kids think they can walk in and just be like, all right, now I'm a junior. Now I got to start hitting the books and doing my school stuff. It's like, well, I've known people that, you know, they go off to D2 and let's say, you know, go to this one place and go to the academic person and say, where's my scholarship? It's like, well, we got your transcript from high school and you got these couple C's. As a freshman, we can't help you as much as we thought we could. So it matters. And I'm not talking about, don't come to me and say I got a 2.1, 2.3 and think you're doing something. That's being lazy in the classroom. That's you not going to the teachers and ask, what can I do to better my grade? That's you not going to your counselor and saying, what can I do to help myself get advanced? Because in all, let's be honest, the only ones going to play NCAA are the 6.5% in this country that are elevated enough to go there, that have the grades, that have this, have that. Not everybody's athletic enough to go play college ball. But if you got the grades and you got the test scores, you can still go. There's so many scholarships out there, and I have them on my site. You can go find the college the scholarship searches where you can go on and find the $1,000 here, the $500 here, the $3,000. I had a buddy who had a $500 scholarship because he had red hair. There's scholarships out there for being left-handed.
Wow.
They're all out there, and I heard this from somebody else, but they told me that there's hundreds of scholarships out there that don't even get put out to people because nobody applies for them. That's sickening to me. That there's people willing to give out scholarships to people, but nobody wants them. But don't get me wrong, you got to do the groundwork, you got to grind, you got to do essays, you got to do, you know, you got to apply for them, you got to get out there and find them. If you don't do that, well, you're not going to get anything for free. You're not going to get anything for free. If you want something, you got to go out and grind for it. You either got to put out money for it or put out your effort. You decide.
So you mentioned that you're targeting middle schools to get them prepped for high school, right?
That is our absolute main focus, but I've been helping out a lot of 2016 kids. I have one now in Georgia that I'm really trying to find a home for. He's right now looking at a JUCO. His grades are actually okay. He's a clear Division I kid, outside linebacker, but he was late in getting into the game, so he's real behind. And I wanted him to go to a prep school first, so he didn't lose that year. Because I think as a sophomore or junior, he could start really playing. And I didn't want him to lose that year going to JUCO, but he won't last in a JUCO. He'll go to JUCO and be out there and quit. Just because he started late, now he's got to pay the penalty. That's the thing. On my site, you can go and it's a window through to the NCAA and find out what these rules are. You got to know the rules. You can't play Monopoly without dice in your hand and you don't know the rules. You can't. You're not going to be buying a house and hotel without knowing the rules in Monopoly. So why are you playing this game of recruiting and not know what direction you're going?
Once the kid gets to high school, is it any partnership working with the DMV recruiting and the kid's high school coach? Like, is it any backlash from the high school coaches when the recruiting services